A Calhoun County man is arrested on drug charges in Etowah County. A commercial developer has high hopes for some vacant property between two major retailers, and a new city hall gets ready to open. We'll have these stories and more.
Wet weather returns to East Alabama tomorrow and tomorrow night. We will have the complete weekend forecast for all of East Alabama coming up.
Coming up in sports, the Calhoun County softball tournament and the Calhoun County soccer tournament have officially released their seeds for this year's tournament. Also, we preview the night ahead. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
An Oxford man, 39-year-old Lester Cassina Smith, was arrested on drug charges last week after he allegedly led law enforcement on a high-speed chase through Glencoe. Etowah County Sheriff Jonathan Horton says Smith is charged with 1 count of trafficking fentanyl, unlawful possession of marijuana in the first degree, 2 counts of unlawful possession of a controlled substance, 1 count of felony eluding law enforcement, resisting arrest, and obstruction of governmental operations. Horton says Glencoe police officer Jeremy Simmons pulled Smith over last Friday on a traffic stop, but Smith would not comply with the officer. When other officers arrived on the scene, Smith then rapidly accelerating, almost striking a police sergeant and fleeing the scene. After a brief high-speed pursuit, officers were able to get him stopped, but Smith had to be forcibly removed from his vehicle, where he was placed under arrest. During the search of the vehicle, officers recovered a quantity of fentanyl, methamphetamine, Suboxone, and marijuana. Smith is being held in the Etowah County Detention Center on a $165,000 bond. Sheriff Horton says the investigation is still continuing and there could be more state and federal charges related to this case.
The development company that helped Anniston attract an Aldi's grocery store to the north part of town will continue working with the city for at least 2 more years. The Anniston City Council this week extended its contract with Blackwater Resources based in Vestavia through 2026. The company, which specializes in real estate investment, acquisition, management, and leasing, is trying to find businesses for 6 commercial parcels of land between Aldi's and Lowe's on McClellan Boulevard. Blackwater President John Abernathy told the council his company has identified several retailers who are interested in the property, and he believes they may decide to locate in Anniston in the future. The property in question was formerly on the edge of Fort McClellan and was turned over to the city almost 25 years ago when the Army base shut down. City officials decided this week to refer to the property as the North Anniston Development Site instead of using the McClellan name in the future.
When we come back, Jacksonville residents will soon get a look inside their new City Hall building.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
The official opening and open house for the new Jacksonville City Hall has been scheduled for Sunday, April 7th. The program will begin with refreshments and a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 2 p.m. in front of the building, which was constructed on the site of the old City Hall at 320 Church Avenue Southeast. Next, the public will be invited to go inside the new building for tours and fellowship until 4 p.m. Visitors will be able to see the council chambers where the city government will hold public meetings and the city offices where residents and visitors will conduct business in Jacksonville's new permanent location. When we return, Anniston is gearing up for the opening of this year's Farmers Market.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Vendor applications are now available for this upcoming season of Anniston's downtown market at its new location on West 11th Street. 2024 vendor applications and a list of rules and regulations are now available on the market's website under the Vendor tab. Local farmers, growers, producers, and artisans are welcome to join the market, which will be open May 4th and run through October 5th this year. The completed applications can be mailed to Michelle Smith, Market Manager, at Box 2168 Anniston, or mailed to Market Manager AFM at yahoo.com. So Katie, are you a big farmers market fan?
Love a farmers market. I really do. And it's just another example. We were talking earlier this week about all the things that are taking place, and we know spring is here, and farmers market's another example of that, isn't it?
It is just something it's nice to talk about this time of year.
And it's nice to go to because the weather has been so nice. But now we're going to check in with John Holder, who's going to tell us if we can expect to continue to see more beautiful weather like we had today. John?
Mike and Katie, we are out of time as far as the good weather goes, at least temporarily. We've got wet weather returning to East Alabama, but better weather for the weekend. We will break down the entire weekend forecast for all of East Alabama next.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Plenty of sunshine today across East Alabama. A beautiful spring day today. Temperatures way above the average, 76 for the high today after a morning low of 42 degrees. Record high temperature 88, the record low at 18. The sun rising now at 6:44 on your Friday morning, and the sun setting tonight at 6:56. It's time for weather on your street. On this Thursday night, we're going to take you out to Cobb Avenue in West Anniston. Mostly cloudy skies overnight tonight. With those clouds in place, that will serve as kind of a blanket over the atmosphere. So temperatures tonight only dropping down to 54 for the low. Will be in the 60s for much of the night tonight across East Alabama. Big changes coming tomorrow. A wet Friday, rainy and breezy over on Almond Street in Heflin. Just get ready for temperatures a lot lower than today, about 60 tomorrow, and off and on rain showers throughout the day tomorrow and lasting into tomorrow night as well. But better news for the weekend. Clearing skies on Nokalula Road as you head to the falls in Gadsden. Not a bad weekend to head up to Nokalula Falls, actually. We'll have temperatures mainly in the 60s. We might touch 70 by Sunday afternoon. The rain will be clearing out by about mid-morning on Saturday, and then we'll have a fine weekend coming up. We'll detail that for you coming up right now in our 7-day forecast. A 90% chance of rain both tomorrow and tomorrow night. Saturday, a 20% chance of a shower. That should be out of here by 8, 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Maybe some sunshine in the afternoon. It's going to be a slow clearing process. The high will be 67. We're going to be optimistic and say we touch 70 with plenty of sunshine coming up on Sunday afternoon after church. And then next week, as you would expect in springtime in Alabama. A mixed bag. We're going to be in good shape on Monday, a dry day with temperatures just about average for this time of year. Rainfall returns on Tuesday. Maybe even a thunderstorm involved with that. We don't see severe weather right now. Maybe a few lingering showers on Wednesday, and then we're right back to sunny skies again on Thursday. The one thing you notice here, no cold temperatures coming. The coldest morning will actually be Sunday morning at 40. And then we're going to see highs basically in the 60s every day. So no freezing temperatures or anything like that on the horizon for the next several days. What we do have coming tomorrow is a lot of rainfall. You see that green there? That means a 100% chance of rain just about all across the state of Alabama tomorrow from north to south in the central part of the state. With that rainfall and the cloud cover, we're going to keep temperatures mainly in the low 60s, maybe some mid 60s down in central Alabama. But for the most part, temperatures are going to be running about 15 degrees cooler than today, and there'll be some wind involved. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds gusting as high as 25. So get ready for some rain and wind coming up tomorrow and tomorrow night. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We'll break down the forecast for your Friday, and then I'll be back here tomorrow night with EAN Local News for a complete in-depth look at the weekend forecast for all of East Alabama. Right now it's sports time with Namath Pitts. He's going to talk about some news coming out of the Calhoun County soccer tournament. Namath?
Thanks, John. The Calhoun County Soccer Tournament seeds were officially released yesterday after the coaches met. So let's go ahead and take a look at the seeds, starting with the boys. Now, the boys Calhoun County Soccer Tournament doesn't start for 2 more weeks, but here will be the seeds for when it does start. Coming in with the number 1 seed for the boys soccer tournament is the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Number 2 is the White Plains Wildcats. Number 3 is Donahoe. Number 4 is the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Number 5 is Faith Christian. Number 6 is Coach Stott and the Weaver Bearcats. And then number 7 is the Sacs Wildcats. Now let's take a look at the seeds for the girls soccer tournament. Number 1 is no surprise, the number 1 team in Class 1A through 3A. The number 1 team in the area in girls, and that is the Donahoe Falcons, led by Aaron Turley, who will go play college soccer. Number 2 behind them is the Sacs Wildcats. Number 3 is the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Number 4 is the Oxford Yellow Jackets. Number 5 is Coach Lewis and Weaver Bearcats. The 6th seed is White Plains, and the 7th seed for the girls soccer tournament is the Faith Christian Lions. Calhoun County also released the tournament seeds for the county softball tournament. So let's take a look at the seeds for the Calhoun County softball tournament. It's no surprise that Coach Hess and the Alexandria Valley Cubs are the number 1 seed. Number 2 seed is Coach Muncher and the White Plains Wildcats. Number 3 is Coach Rachel Smith and the Piedmont Bulldogs. The 4 seed is Coach Poe and the Ohatchee Indians. The 5 seed is Coach McKibbins and the Oxford Yellow Jackets. The 6th seed is Coach Bryant and the Pleasant Valley Raiders. We move on to the 7th seed, Coach Ashley and the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. Coach Fulmer and the Weaver Bearcats are number 8. Coach Vinson and the Wellborn Panthers are number 9. The Anniston Bulldogs are number 10. The Sacs Wildcats are 11. The Jacksonville Christian Thunder are 12. And the Faith Christian Lions will be the number 13 seed in the Calhoun County softball tournament. Let's go ahead and take a look at the matchups for tonight here for baseball in East Alabama. Let's start with area play. Coach Blake Jennings and the White Plains Wildcats got a win over Anniston on Tuesday. They will now play them at home tonight. If Anniston wins this game, then they'll play a third. But if White Plains wins the first game of the day, then that'll be it, as White Plains will sweep the series. Also tonight, it's Raglan on the road at Faith Christian. These 2 teams again will meet tonight at Faith Christian. This could be a doubleheader as well. Also tonight, Hoax Bluff and Ohatchee. This is area play for Kyle Parrish's team. They must win the first one to force a doubleheader tonight. If they lose the first one, then there will be no second game, as this is an area game. Also tonight, same thing. If Appalachian wins the first one, then this one is over for the evening. If Jacksonville Christian can find a way to take the first game, then the second game will take place. Doubleheader on schedule, but Appalachian won the first game Tuesday, and they could sweep the series with a win to start the day today. Also tonight, it's Fort Payne Wildcats are coming down to Calhoun County tonight to face the Piedmont Bulldogs. These 2 teams met last weekend at a tournament at Fort Payne. Piedmont won that game. Tonight, Fort Payne returns the trip as they come to Piedmont. Also tonight, Coach Dalton Turner and the Pleasant Valley Raiders will head to Sand Rock. They beat Sand Rock Tuesday night So winning the first game today would do it for their series of area play. But if Sandrock can find a way to win the first game, then they would play a second game right after, since it's area play in Class 2A. Area play continues for softball tonight here in East Alabama. So let's take a look at the games for softball here in East Alabama. Let's start with an area game at Welborn. Coach Vinson and the Welborn Panthers will host Coach Fulmer and the Weaver Bearcats. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year. Again, it is an area game in Class 3A, as Weaver will travel to Welborn tonight. Also tonight, it's area play for Coach Muncher as they host the Anniston Bulldogs. This is Class 4A play, but again, Anniston's on the road at White Plains tonight in area play. Also tonight, it's area play for Faith Christian. They travel to Victory Christian in Pell City. That is not the Detroit Lions. That is the Lions of Victory Christian, and that is where Faith Christian is headed tonight. Also tonight, this is non-area, but it's 3A versus 3A, as it is the Ohatchee Indians on the road at the Sacs Wildcats tonight. Coach Poe's team, again, on the road tonight. They already beat Sacs once this year. It's a rematch tonight at Sacs. Also tonight, that is St. Clair County. St. Clair County will make the trip to Pleasant Valley tonight to face Coach Bryant. This is a non-area game. Obviously, St. Clair County is in Class 5A, but they travel tonight to Pleasant Valley to face the Raiders. Also tonight, Fort Payne's making the trip to Piedmont in baseball. In softball, Piedmont's making the trip to Fort Payne. Coach Rachel Smith and the Piedmont Bulldogs will head north tonight to face the Wildcats of Fort Payne. Again, this game will be at Fort Payne. Also tonight, the Ranburne Bulldogs will travel to Cleburne County. These two teams not far from each other. They will meet in softball tonight. This game will be at Cleburne County. We don't have a lot of soccer action tonight, but let's go ahead and take a look at the night ahead. We start at Donahoe, where the Weaver Bearcats will go on the road to face Donahoe in an area game. Coach Stott's team still looking for their first win of the season. And for the Donahoe Falcons ladies, they are number 1 in the state, so they look to remain undefeated. That's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for that update, Namath, and thank you for watching us today.
You can find us here online every weekday on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or our website. You just go to the platform of your choice and you can watch our news, sports, and weather content whenever it's convenient for you.
See you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.